Independence Day, celebrated on July 4th, commemorates the Declaration of Independence in 1776, when the 13 American colonies declared their separation from British rule. This marked a pivotal moment in the American Revolution. So, you want to know what else happened in 1776? The Illuminati was established on May 1st, 1776, by Adam Weishaupt, a professor of law at the University of Ingolstadt. And if you look on our dollar bill, you have the all-seeing eye with the pyramid and the term annuit coeptis, and also below that, where you can't see it, says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is New Order of the Ages. And this is all Illuminati, occult symbolism, and, this was America's destiny from the beginning. I mean, it's just all a plan. It's amazing when you take Donald J. Trump in English gematria, which is 888, and you multiply it by 2, you get 1776. I mean, that was one that I found out, I calculated myself a few months ago, or maybe last year, but I was just blown away. I'm like, man, you gotta be kidding me, man. It's like, it's too perfect. So, while everybody's going to be celebrating 4th of July, I figured I'd tell you before you do it what it's really all about, And again, we're supposed to walk as wise, not as fools. Like when I find out about the truth about something, I don't feel the same way about it. I don't treat it the same way. And that's the Spirit of God, because it can't be me. Me in my ignorance about lots of things. I used to just go with what the world was doing, right? All the time. All of the holidays, all of the things like this. Just used to do it, just wanted to have some drinks and party and yay and do all these things. But I was in my ignorance. I don't feel the same way about these things. These days, like the 4th of July and stuff like this, they don't mean anything to me. I could care less. Just another day closer to the harpazo, just another day closer to the Great Tribulation. Seeing so many people deceived, and even when they find out the truth, it doesn't even affect them. So here we are in the last days, a very confusing time for some of us, because there's so much knowledge and information at the edge of our fingertips with our phones and our computers, and yet so many don't even care. Not only do they not know about things like this and other things, but when you tell them, they don't even care. It's like the Twilight Zone, man. And I don't know. I kind of just laid back a while back, and I'm just like, I'll do my videos online, and I'll talk to people when I can. But for now, it's just like I'm just redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And Paul writes about this blindness, last days blindness. I believe it's in 2 Timothy, where he talks about perilous times and how people would be. And, unfortunately, I think that this pertains to a lot of believers or so-called believers. We know that there's an apostasy in the last days. There's a last days blindness. And, we're there. I just stay online, and that's usually the only place where I meet anybody who's awake to all these things. And that's just the way it's going to be probably until the harpazo, just like Elijah. Elijah went back to his people with the message that God had for them at the time, and they did not care. So he went back to his cave, and he just waited to be harpazoed out of there. And of course, as you guys know, if you've been following me, his name, Elijah, equals 45 in regular old simple gematria, which is the square root of 2025. It's the same pattern for so many of us. We're just redeeming the time. We're just trying to get by here, right? We're dead to all these things. Like, all this stuff that the world does, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even mean anything to us anymore. We're just waiting. That's it. And of course, the One World Trade Center, Ground Zero, 9/11, they put one building there now and they call it the One World Trade Center. It's 1,776 feet tall. And then the tip is like 86, so 92, like 16 more feet. But the building itself is exactly 1,776 feet tall. And it looks like a giant needle, by the way. They marked their territory, right? And it's so obvious. I mean, they named it the One World Trade Center, like the One World Order, One World Government. It's right in our face.